First of all, don't believe a word my shirt says. I do not have superior style. In fact, I don't think I've got any style at all. Today, I want to discuss a topic that I see very often in the writing forums. Question that gets asked daily, even, and I guess it's a fair question, and it's, how do I write a book? That's a small question, but it's a huge answer, and I'm not going to answer it, except for my standard motto, which is sit on your ass and write. It's the only way you're going to do it. Just sit on your ass and write. But let me put down a few home truths. Writing a novel is not for everyone. Many are called, few are chosen. Is that the right idiom? Because here's the fact. Writing a book is hard work. It's graft. It's not something that comes easy. If you want to write a book, the first thing that you need to do is commit. In my own life, I divide my life up into very distinct periods. There are periods where I write and periods where I don't write. Currently, I'm in a don't write period. And when I don't write, I do all kinds of other things. Brand building, marketing, doing the day job, playing with the dogs, doing all the other stuff that, life. But when I go into writing mode, then I commit to writing every single day, 7 days a week. Christmas, Easter, New Year's, World Cup final. Yes, literally. I will write every day. I finished the manuscript of my Felicity Street series on the day of the FIFA World Cup final in 2023. The game was starting and I wasn't done. Like, tough shit. Sit on your ass and write. If you cannot commit to writing, you are going to struggle. And speaking purely for myself, if I don't write every single day, I lose the flow of the story. Then I need to go back and reacquaint myself with the story to get back into the flow. If I miss one day, I can miss as much as 5 days of productivity. You need to have the capacity to say, I will write. Now, how much is absolutely up to you. Even if it's as little as 400 words, if it's 4,000 words, it doesn't matter as long as you write every day. And here's the bad news. If you're telling me, Gerry, I don't have time, then, well, tough shit. If you do not have time to write, then you don't have time to write, and you either need to reprioritize your time or you need to let your dream go. But if you do not have time to write, then guess what? You're never going to write a novel. You need to be able to make that commitment to sit down and do it. And this is where NaNoWriMo had a brilliant idea. Let's get people to write a book in a month. And here's the good news. It is actually easy. Now, if you're going to... Oh, yes, my boy. Hello, Laszlo. If you're going to write a mere 2,000 words a day, and 2,000 words is really not much. It is 3 pages on Word. If you write 2,000 words a day, every day, for the month of November, you will have a novel of 60,000 words. That is not bad going. Congratulations, you've done it. You wrote a novel. But with every bad news, there's worse news. People don't like me saying this, but it's sadly it's the truth, and that is your first draft of your novel is the easiest part of the entire process. Spewing out the first draft is literally the easiest thing you'll ever do in a novel writing journey. Once the first draft is done, that's when the real work begins. Then you're going to have to do a lot of things, primarily rewrites. And if you think you can get away without rewriting your book, then I've got news for you. Your book will need a rewrite. And I actually, as I'm saying this, I'm thinking I need to make a video on my rewriting process. You do several rewrites, not just one or two. If you're committed to the course, if you want to do it right, then there are several rewrites. And those rewrites are processes because your book needs to go out to beta readers. You need to get your book out to people who will give you honest feedback. You need to take that feedback into consideration, restructure the story, get it right. And once you get it right and your beta readers are happy, then you need to send it to an editor. And if you're lucky, your editor will slaughter you, send you your manuscript back covered in red ink, or green ink as they sometimes do, and you rewrite again. It's work. And that's why it's a scarce commodity. Writing is not democratic. The tools are available to anyone. You don't need specialized tools to write. I've done this before, but here's the tool that you need in order to write a book. You don't need anything else. The tools are available to anyone. But writing a novel to completion is something that you have to work towards. It's not an easy dream to follow. That's what makes it special. And now, a little bit of homework. If you're serious about writing a book, a little bit of planning can save you hours upon hours of work. You don't need to go study literature in order to write. In fact, I think studying literature is a great way to get you to write the utter most unreadable drivel imaginable. But that doesn't mean you don't need to study. Fortunately, I will recommend 2 works to you that will put you 2/3 on your way to your writing journey. And it's short. First book is Stephen King's On Writing. Now, Stephen King is the world's best-selling writer for a reason, and when he writes a book on how to write, sit up and pay attention. The guy knows what he's talking about. And the second one is Elmer Leonard's 10 Rules of Writing. Now, 10 Rules of Writing is fantastically short. It's not even a day read, it's a 10-minute read. But 10 Rules of Writing will help you immensely if you take those lessons that it gives and take them to heart. And if you're really interested in language, elements of style, it's dense. Not going to lie, it's very dense. And for somebody whose English is a second language like me, it's a struggle, but it'll genuinely help you. You don't need White and Strunk if you've got a proper editor, but it's a help. You go through those 3 books before you sit down and write, you will save yourself oodles of time. And then, how do you write a book? Well, sit on your ass and write, which is what I'm going to do now.